Hello and welcome to Prudence Gazali. Today we are sitting in the lovely environment of ITC Fortune Miramar, and we have with us Colonel Sunil Tandale. Tandale is from the Kumaon Regiment, one of the most widely decorated regiments of the Indian Army. And he is here because he has a yearning. He has a yearning to pick up youngsters who he'd like to introduce into a wonderful organization, one of the best in the world, the Indian Army. Colonel, wonderful to have you with us.
Earl, very good evening to you, and as much as you delighted to be with me, it's my pleasure and privilege both to be with you. And this is an opportunity which is going to take me closer to the Goan youth who have a lot of potential, the goal and orientation towards service, the benchmark qualities that would find a lot of voice if they are selected as officers in the Indian Army.
Fantastic, Colonel, fantastic. Let me start with you, Colonel. When was it that you decided that a career in the Army was the choice for you?
Oh, that's a wonderful question, and it takes me back into memory lane. In the first year of my degree college, when I was in Pune, I joined the National Cadet Corps. And as soon as I joined the National Cadet Corps, I kept on getting opportunities after the opportunities to attend various training camps. Now, most of these training camps were adventure training camps, like skiing at the All India Institute of Skiing and Mountaineering, paratrooping at the Indian Army's Paratroopers Training School, the national level trek. And these camps took me at the leadership camps, the advanced leadership camp in the NCC. And these camps, took me to all over India, to various states. And thus my interest grew about Army, because NCC has training faculty directly from the Army, whether they are officers or the personnel below the officers rank, training the NCC cadets in the basic craft of military as well as leadership qualities. NCC laid the foundation of my journey into future, into a career which is second to none, and that's a career of an officer in the Indian Army.
Fantastic. So, Colonel, tell me, after you graduated, was it after graduation that you actually went into the Army, or what was your journey there?
Well, the NCC tenure of 3 years, along with my graduation, culminated on two notes. I was selected to represent India on International Cadet and Youth Exchange Program, wherein an Indian delegation of 6 cadets, of which I was the part, visited United Kingdom. And this training program was conducted on the campuses of Royal Army, Royal Navy and Royal Air Force. When I came back from UK from the International Cadet Exchange Program, I had missed a semester of my exam and I had to reappear for my semester. But then I was so motivated and so many achievements that happened to me, and my colleges also shortlisted me to be the best student of Neswadia College of Commerce. And on completion of my academic degree education, I immediately applied because I was inspired. I knew that this is one organization where you don't need to be introduced by anybody else, where your merit is fully not only recognized but honored. And that motivation made me apply, for the selection process. I got selected, and my journey in the Army began by going to Officers Training School. Now it is Officers Training Academy at Chennai.
So, in terms of your journey into Goa today and for the program that you're going to be conducting in a couple of days, which is going to be entitled, "Do You Have It in You to Be an Officer in the Indian Army?" This is a series of talk and career programs which is being propagated by Madame Rosa Distilleries together with the International Centre Goa for bringing in youth into careers which are a little off the path. We've seen in the past that Goa has not really produced great many aspirants in the administrative services or in the army, in the defense services, which has prompted basically the director of Madame Rosa Distilleries, Mr. Mac Vaz, who is himself a great propagator of the Indian Army, being a product of a military school, to actually ask the question as to why is it that we do not have people from Goa becoming defense people. And in that aspect, Colonel, you're here for this program to motivate people. How long has it been that you've been instrumental in selling the army?
Well, rightly as you said, the Madame Rosa Distillery, which is represented by MAC, brings a lot of love, respect, and a sense of liking. The entire organization represented by MAC loves Indian Army, and I have seen this and experienced this, much when I was in the army. I remember way back the first ever Indian Army show titled as Know Your Army was conducted in Goa, and I had a small and humble contribution in organizing that show. And Goa was represented by Mr. Mac Vaz with maximum enthusiasm and initiative to see that the show goes off well. More and more Goans come and not only have a feel of the army but know what army is all about. Leading on from there, I'm also told that the bulletproof initiative, which Mac Vaz is doing, is an initiative which collects generous token of gratitude amount from the nation-loving Goan people, and take it to the Armed Forces Flag Day contribution. Seeing this, makes veterans like me who spend some valuable time and made, a wonderful career in life, feel proud. And it is his enthusiasm that brings me to Goa today. Indian Army is one organization where you can come from any region, you can come represent any color, caste, creed. The moment you join Indian Army, you become an Indian which is recognized by the whole of India as a soldier, whether you're an officer or a rank below the officers, So that is one distinguishing factor and identity that you carry with a lot of pride on your chest. So I'm really looking forward to this talk on 16th, that is day after tomorrow, Sunday, at International Centre Goa. And I'm sure the qualities that Indian Army looks for in young boys and girls to become officers are qualities which I'm sure are very much there, amongst the Goan youth, that is the boys and the girls, You need to have good intelligence, good awareness, physical fitness, orientation to service, and Goan youth has, I think, a lot of these qualities in abundance. What they need is more awareness, being helped to know more about this, where they can get motivated and inspired to find opportunities, and a wonderful career which is second to none in the country.
Colonel, you have been part of one of the most decorated regiments of the Indian Army, the Kumaon Regiment. What is your take that you would like to share with us, being a part of such a widely acclaimed unit of the Indian Army?
Well, the segmentation or division, of various regiments in the Indian Army was done long back during the British Indian Army. That was basically to have soldiers from various regions, cohesively, brought together and regiments formed. Because when you go to war and warlike situations, you have to be prepared for the supreme sacrifice. You put your life on the edge, right? And for that, you need a highly cohesive unit, and especially the infantry regiments need to be highly cohesive, because we are right there in the forefront. Infantry is also called with a lot of pride as queen of the battle, right? Having said that, all regiments are equally good, right? And so like Kumaon regiment, all regiments are equally good. And there are stories of valor, utmost bravery from all regiments. But as you said, yes, my regiment, Kumaon regiment, is one of the most highly decorated. In fact, the first Paramveer Chakra winner, late Major Somnath Sharma, is also from Kumaon regiment. It makes you feel pride when you join a regiment, and as I said, every regiment has such heroes whom the nation remembers. And you will agree with me, on 26 January, when nation celebrates the Republic Day, it begins with the Honorable Prime Minister of the nation laying wreath and honoring the martyrs and heroes of the country. Regimentation is just for division based on the regional identities. Otherwise, all regiments are very good, and they bring the same qualities and same service to the nation.
Colonel, in terms of the fact that you are now, of course, retired from the army and in civilian life, what has your learnings from the army given you to carry forward to in civilian life?
Huge amount of learning. Put it in very brief words. I always believe, and I keep saying this whenever I speak to people, and that is that Indian Army is a school where you have the best learning of life skills. So you come with a huge set of life skills when you retire into the civil stream. Leadership qualities that you practice in the army in real situations are difficult to come by, even you pay for in the civil life. The values of commitment, the values of trust, the values of service beyond personal interest, the urge to help communities, the spirit to see that not only I as an individual succeed and excel, but I help the people around me succeed, and collectively the nation also builds. These qualities and the spirit is what becomes extremely valuable. And today my experience of 10 years in the civil life, and when I have practiced all of these values and virtues, has been extremely satisfying, and people have been very, very appreciative of that. That makes me feel even more prouder and believe that Army not only gave me a career, but Army made my life, the life of my wife and my 2 children as well.
Excellent, Colonel. Colonel, in terms of preparatory programs for the army, and especially for youngsters. We're told about this wonderful school in Dehradun called Rimco RIMC. Could you give us some background into RIMC and also what it takes to get yourself onto that first step of the joining the army or the NDA by entering into the RIMC?
Okay, that's a very good question. You know, RIMC is an iconic institution, a school where young boys have the opportunity to join in 8th standard, right? So you basically there from the 8th standard to 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, 5 years. And RIMC also inculcates qualities of discipline, of leadership, of values through very basic elementary level training, and plus of course you are learning the subjects of your interest that you take up there. And RIMC is well known. It has produced many stalwarts. The alumni of RIMCs have made great careers, not only within India, but they've made India proud in many fields beyond the frontiers of our nation. I'm also told that RIMC has one reserved seat for the state of Goa, right? And I think that the parents of Goa know about this wonderful opportunity, and they're utilizing this reserve seat as also more opportunities of sending their children to RIMC. One of the advantages of RIMC, if somebody has to choose army as a career, is that up to 12th standard you complete your 10+2, plus you get elementary level of orientation towards discipline. From there you have the option either to apply for National Defence Academy, or you can come in civil stream, complete your graduation. If it is a technical graduation, it may take 1 more year or 3 years, and look at opportunities of joining army through the through other opportunities after the graduation. So yes, RIMC is indeed iconic and a great opportunity for parents to put their children into.
In terms of people who would like to join either the NDA or the Officers Training Academy or the Naval Academy or the Air Force Academy, what would be generally the preparation that you would need to undertake? And can you give us your take on all of these academies?
It's quite simple. I think, as the awareness increases, people will know that there is nothing very difficult in that. So one is the basic educational qualifications. Today, whole host of information is available on the Indian Army website, and technical qualifications are graduation level. There are various types of entries that are available. So besides educational qualification, what Army I think is looking for in young boys and girls who aspire to be officers is good intellect, good awareness, and the qualifying medical conditions. Suffice to say, good physical fitness. Right. Coming to the preparation part, not a very exhaustive or intensive preparation is required. As long as the young boy or girl is good at studies in the college or the school, if it is 10+2 or graduate level thereafter, also keeping track of what's happening, the current affairs, what's happening around in the own state or in the country or generally around the world, and has a reasonably good level of awareness, and scores academically well, maintains a good level of physical fitness. I think the preparation required thereafter is something that can be accomplished without much difficulty.
Colonel, tell us something about the Territorial Army. We've heard so much about the TA. What could you throw your light on the Territorial Army.
Okay, that's again a very interesting question. So territorial army is, you can take a full-time engagement in territorial army, or you can also have a part-time engagement in territorial army. Uh, uh, if I am right, you can join within the age group of, I think, 18 to 42. 42 is the upper age limit. You need to be minimum a graduate, to become an officer in territorial army. And there is a written examination followed by a preliminary interview and then a selection process, and then going to the final SSB screening. So you can serve territorial army full time, and you can serve part time also. And this is another opportunity, just in case if somebody has some way not been able to take Indian Army officer as a career, and got age barred, he can look at territorial army as a wonderful opportunity. You also have some iconic figures in the country who hold the honorary ranks in the territorial army, like Kapil Dev, and you have the previous Indian cricket team captain MS Dhoni, right? And so that's also an opportunity where you can, join territorial army and in another way contribute to the nation building.
Excellent, Colonel. Colonel, in respect to the same program that we're talking about, which we're going to be addressing in another couple of days, a lot of people have raised apprehensions that joining the army is dangerous, or it's life-threatening, and their kids are going to be in life-threatening situations all the time. Could you maybe assuage some of these fears with the people and explain to them what the true story is in terms of the armed forces and the life that you experience when you are serving in the armed forces?
Why not? Certainly, The apprehensions in the mind of parents, can be considered as natural, Every father or mother would think that, their children should be safe. No danger should ever happen to their children. They must have the longest and the safest life, and we must give it to the parents, Having said that, not only today when the life is getting complex, the world is getting crowded, when the challenges are increasing, uncertainties are rising, the future, the assurance of future is something that people always have anxiety or worry about. Danger has been there in life ever since mankind began its journey, right? Today you could just be walking out from your home and you could invite a danger, right outside the step of your home, or on the street that you are walking or cycling or going on a two-wheeler or a car. Danger is there everywhere, and so this notion that the moment you join the army, your life will be full of danger and all the time you will be subjected to danger, is really an apprehension which parents need not have, And I spent 20 and a half meaningful years. I was an infantry soldier, and I had the fortune of serving into hostile conditions. They were difficult conditions, and I am here with you, with having spent 10 more years beyond the army career. Right? My plea or urge to the parents is that put the worry aside. There is something far greater and glorious that you can see in the eyes and on the shoulders of your children, and that is the ranks of an officer, in the Indian Army.
Colonel, if you were to be asked to give a nice take, your thought process on this entire system of people being part of the Indian Army, or your motto towards it, what would it be?
Oh, in fact, I would like to, put it in something which is very nicely written, and that is that this world rests on the arms of heroes like a son those of his sire. He therefore is a hero who deserves respect under every circumstance. There is nothing higher in the three worlds than heroism. The hero protects and cherishes all. All things depend upon the hero. And here is the chance, the boys and girls of Goa, to come and know about this opportunity, eagerly looking forward to meet young boys and girls and their parents.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Madame Rosa Distilleries, International Center Goa, Prudent Media, our partners in this Fortune ITC Miramar, a great big thank you, Colonel, for being here on Prudence Gazali this evening, and we look forward to a great session with the parents in the next couple of days. Thank you very much.